Both teams have won more games away than at home this season, so Kilmarnock, who will start us off, probably quite happy to be on the road. It's been a bit topsy-turvy between them both this season. The Saints have won at Rugby Park, Killie have won here, so goodness knows what to expect. But a word of warning for St Johnstone, only Celtic have won more away games than Kilmarnock this campaign.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say Kilmarnock have done their best work on the road this season, Ian, but big incentive for St Johnstone, who are still in the frame for a top 6 finish. And that really has maintained the interest in mid-table. Kilmarnock, you'd imagine, would finish there, but Saints have a bit of work still to do.
Wright with an early attempt at goal, if you could call it that. Wright facing his former club, but he doesn't have a very good record of scoring against them, just 1 in 11 meetings in his time at Kilmarnock. Martin Baker's going to be on the end of that. Points between the teams in the table. Kilmarnock 4th, St Johnstone 8th, but it's pretty tightly packed in that middle bunch, and ground can easily be made up. Paul Kane, Silla, who's shown some nice touches this season and has become a bit of a favourite with the faithful at McDermott Park. He was born in the Ivory Coast, played for Guinea because that's where his parents came from, and was signed from Le Mans of France. Must have been a race for his signature.
Not bad play, very popular up here. Scored a marvellous goal earlier in the season, of course, against Rangers. And I think he's better now that Sandy's released him into a more forward position. Did play right full back earlier in the season, which restricted him slightly.
Holt lifting that one over the top, but it's away by Stephen Frail. Often hard-fought contests when these two teams come together. Connolly is going to chase that though, and the keeper stayed on his line. Parker in the middle, but it's cut out by Freddie Dindeleux. McLaren felt there was a strong hint of handball against Frail. And
aye, aye.
John Rowbottom quickly in.
Been watching the old firm game. Very good feet, this lad. Still not happy at all at this challenge here from Ali Mitchell. Well, not a great deal on that.
John Rowbottom having words with Momo Silla. Cullen's left foot delivers, and Jim Weir was on the far post, but it drifted away from him.
Yeah, he's in just a fraction early, Jim Weir. If he had held his run here and attacked the ball a bit later, because he finds a bit of space there at the back post, and he ends up under it. He's just made his run a fraction early there, Jim Weir. Good ball in.
That was a strange kick from Marshall. McBride, former Celtic youngster, who probably would have been quite pleased at earlier events today in the Scottish Premier League. Parker. Certainly Baker was quickly in on him. Weir's header. Gary Holt. Kane finding Silla, who again shows what he's about, but he ran into Kevin McGowne. Dargo. Dasovic steps in though for St Johnstone. Here is Gary Bolam, former Rangers man, combining with former Celtic man McBride. Now Aaron Dodds leaves it for Paul Kane. Silla, frail, is away to the right. It might get to him eventually via Jim Weir. Silla goes for goal, but a touch ambitious and not really much on it.
Yeah, it's going to take something very special to beat Gordon Marshall from that range, but you can see Silla's in the mood.
Holt. It's a teasing centre, in fact, from Holt for Craig Dargo.
Well, he's always willing to make the runs, this lad, and I think Charlie said a couple of weeks ago in the game against Hibs at Rugby Park that if he keeps making the runs, he'll get the dividend, he'll get the payoff eventually. Well, he got it big time in the CIS semi-final against St Mirren, and that won't have harmed his confidence at all.
There's a glance from Silla, hinted handball though from Keegan Parker. Just 18 years of age, but 10 goals so far this season. Missed penalties in his last 2 matches though. Dindeleux takes it. It's a pretty windy night in Perth. It was a wet night as well, although that's ceased for the time being. Gary Holt drags that one wide.
Yeah, just encouraged there, things opened up for him. I think Dasovic didn't get to him quickly enough. That's what encouraged Gary Holt to get the shot away.
Mitchell won the header, Dargo chasing. Jim Weir sends it back to his keeper. Dindeleux's header. Baker. That one drifts away from Keegan Parker. Goals have been pretty hard to come by in Premier League meetings between St Johnstone and Kilmarnock. Neither side give up much ground. Probably both feel they're as good as each other, if not better. And usually pretty close to each other in the table. McBride did well to hang on to it, and he promptly gets it back from Bolam. Gary Holt crashes in, even though he is set to leave the club. He'll still be fully committed to the Kilmarnock cause, that's for sure. Just had a total change of mind when it came to signing a new deal. Stephen Frail will touch that back to Alan Main, who made his 200th league appearance for the Saints against his former club, Dundee United, last week. Paul Kane, cut out by Baker. McLaren. Jim Weir gets to it ahead of Dargo. Main has only conceded 1 goal in the last 3 matches, ever present this season. Holt finding MacPherson, skippering the side in the absence of Ian Durant. Canero and Wright together. Paul Wright looked like he was held back by Darren Dodds, indeed he was.
Yeah, he ended up in between Darren Dodds and Nick Dazovic there. Gives Kilmarnock a free kick in a decent position. Surprised that Kevin McGowne hasn't gone forward.
Canero is in there with one or two others. McLaren on by MacPherson. I bet that worked really well on the training ground. See what Gus thought of it all.
I don't think he expected it, to be honest with you. Certainly got a complete waste of a good opportunity there to put Alamein under some kind of pressure.
Alamein kick does go a fair distance in the end. Holt sends it back though, and Jim Weir has to cover. Helped on by the Canadian international Nick Dazovic, but Martin Baker able to contend with that. On the line by Frail, and couldn't quite get to it, Parker.
That's a typical Keegan Parker run though. If you push your fullbacks on, it's liable to punish in the inside right channel in particular.
So Johnstone went to Spain for their winter break. Not too many reminders of that trip tonight in Perth, that's for sure. Kilmarnock actually didn't go away, decided to stay at home. Ali Mitchell, but Stephen Frail can steer it back to Alamein. Up towards Connolly, but the favourite to win it was always going to be McGowne. Now Holt, who's also linked with Norwich incidentally, as Gary Boland has been to St Johnstone. Silla, Kane, touched away by Connolly to McBride. Connolly's gone for the return. Nice this from St Johnstone, but Boland can't get his cross in. MacPherson made sure. Connolly. Charged down by Canero. It will be a corner. Peter Canero, Scottish under-21 international. His grandfather hails from Spain, hence the name. Silla sends the corner in, and Gordon Marshall fancies a bit of the action. Frail is covering. Stephen Frail, incidentally, you might remember, was the man who came on for Tranmere against Sunderland in the FA Cup last season, when Rovers had a player sent off. Bit of a controversial day that was, to say the least. Here's Ali Mitchell. Dargo was waiting in the middle, but it never really looked like reaching him. McBride. Parker for Connolly, who has Dindeleux and MacPherson to contend with, and that proved to be too much. Oh dear. Gordon Marshall apologising for scooping that one into the stand. Boland's throw. It drops for Mitchell. Jim Weir lifting it over the top. Kevin McGowne forced into conceding a corner.
That's a tricky header for Kevin McGowne. If he puts it on target, between the posts there. There's always a chance that Gordon Marshall would have come out for it and he put the ball into his own net. He really has to try and find that kind of angle.
So Johnston's second corner, both from this side. In it goes from Silla, punched away by Marshall. McBride! And straight at the keeper.
Yeah, maybe caught it too well, if anything. Just broke beautifully for him on the edge of the box here. And he's got a very useful left foot, John Paul McBride, got plenty on it. Gordon Marshall perfectly positioned though.
Kevin McGown's header. Paul Wright was busy getting back on side. Kilmarnock did win here in the League Cup in September. And of course, they've reached the final of that competition this week. Dodds and Dargo go for it. Jim Weir just nicking it back to Alamein. Silla didn't have much trouble bringing that under control. But it's drifted away from Keegan Parker. MacPherson throw. It's come off Darren Dodds, so MacPherson will get the chance to take another one. Gary Holt. Baker. Oh dear. Neither side really getting to grips with it at the moment. Silla, a bit of space around him, although not for long. Gary Holt got back, but he's shrugged off that challenge. Seems to be having another shot at goal. Flag is up.
Yeah, it might have been given against Paddy Connolly there.
McGown's free kick comes to nothing. Here's Dindeleux. Away by Boland, on by Dasovic. Gus MacPherson, a decade at Kilmarnock now.
Well done, guys.
It's come off Gary Boland.
Hold on, Pete. Done.
And another throw. MacPherson looking for Paul Wright, but that's going to drift away for a goal kick, and really neither side are coming up with much at the moment.
No, I mean, St Johnstone started brightly enough, Ian, a lot of good movement down the left-hand side in particular. They were managing to introduce their front two, but it's all become very, very bitty.
Well, Craig Dargo's chasing that. Don't think he's quite going to make it, but he gave it a try. Dargo, who came to prominence in his time at Rafe Rovers, bringing in a few goals for them. McGowne electing to go back to Marshall. Here's Canero. Now it could open up here for Kilmarnock. McLaren. Gary Holt's going to attack that. Oh, and nearly an own goal as Boland got a touch on it, but it's safely within the grasp of Maine.
I think Gary Boland's waiting on his goalkeeper coming for this scene. He doesn't get a call. He seems very reluctant to take this. He thinks Alan Main's coming, and at the last moment he has to play it. Certainly not a pass back.
Frail. Silla. Kane. No free kick, and Silla is left grounded, and Martin Baker won it back for Kilmarnock. This is better from them. Dargo's touch, giving it to Canero. Dargo again, Paul Wright waiting in the middle. Canero's gone back in, and Paul Wright couldn't quite get on the end of it.
That's a glorious ball in by Dargo. I think he's hoping that Paul Wright comes back across on the blind side there of Darren Dodds. Good layoff by Dargo initially, and you see Paul Wright making his way to the back post there as it's played, and I think he's hoping it comes across the front of Darren Dodds. Instead he peels off back and at full stretch can't quite make up the ground.
They've only managed 3 home wins in the league this season. St Johnstone against the bottom 2, St Mirren and Dundee United, and against Rangers. But really their home record is in need of significant improvement. Gary Boland gets it back from Dasovic. McBride. That'll be a goal kick. Johnstone did manage to finish 3rd a couple of seasons back, edged Kilmarnock in fact out of that position. Both qualified for Europe that year though, and both would love to be in the hunt for a chance to do so again. Bobby Williamson steered Kilmarnock into the League Cup final this week, but they have lost their way a little bit in the league of late, slipping away from the top 3. Dasovic floored by Holt, and at the midway point of the first half it's a free kick for St Johnstone.
Yeah, Darren Dodds has gone forward as well, so he'll be looking for a long diagonal into the back post here, hoping he can win a knockdown.
Boland sending it in that direction, and there was Dodds. It's come off Canero, so it'll be a throw in to the Saints. Kane, Dodds, Weir. Up towards Connolly, but Kevin McGowne made sure he got to it first. Dasovic with an interception, but it's back with Gordon Marshall. Holt looking to put McLaren in here, but Stephen Frail has got that one covered.
That's the right idea, and I think they have to try and get Andy McLaren into the game. He's pushed on a bit. It's almost like a 4-3-3 Kilmarnock are playing, but they have to try and get the ball into his feet.
Parker trying to make headway, but St Johnstone really get a throw. Frail's throw, Silla. Frail Connolly chipping away, but Baker clears. Dasovic could open up for him. Blocked by McGowne. And maybe a break on here for Canero. All right, and Dargo nearby, McLaren on the far post, but it's not going to get anywhere near any of them. Here's Silla. He's away, and he's still going. Momo Silla. Parker was waiting for the pullback, but Dindeleux able to deal with it.
Just sums this lad up. Did the hard bit, and then messed up when it really mattered. Plenty of white jerseys bombing into the back post for him as well.
Flag is up for offside against Craig Dargo.
It's a tremendous run from Silla down the right-hand side here. And he just has too much pace here for Ali Mitchell, who's desperately trying to track him back the way. He has a look up. It's not the first time we've seen him do that.
Gary Boland. Taking on MacPherson and getting the corner. It will be Silla to send this in. Delivers near the near post. Frail looking to send it back up. It does just that, but too much on it by a distance. And both teams really have been pretty disappointing.
Yeah, it's very low key, and I've got to say I don't think the wind is helping. It's gusting all around the stadium here, but we're expecting better. Any enterprise, any invention has come from this fella. Just the final ball lets him down. Perhaps a bit too often for Sandy Clark's liking.
Mitchell. Baker. Booted away by Weir. It's a very blustery evening in Perth. Dodds. Weir's clearance up towards Connolly, who does well. Trying to slip Parker in and very nearly did, but it was stopped by Dindeleux.
Yeah, certainly did do well, Paddy Connolly, and I was talking about him. He's far more accomplished player now with his back to goal than he ever was when he was a younger player, when he was more inclined to want the ball played over the top for him to run onto. Very good now at holding it up, holding it in, and he almost put Keegan Parker in there.
Baker just nudges that away from Frail, who will take the throw. Silla got the cross in, but comfortably collected by Marshall. Baker. Dargo. Poor touch from him gives St Johnstone a chance to benefit with Frail. And it sprung off Connolly's boot. And the challenge from behind by Paul Kane on Ali Mitchell. Not a difficult decision for John Rowbottom. McLaren. Baker. Dargo. Away by Dodds, although he didn't make a very good job of it. Connolly. Here's MacPherson. Approaching the half-hour mark, and neither side really have had a decent glimpse of goal. Flaggers up for offside to frustrate St Johnstone.
Yeah, pretty even in terms of possession. That's hardly surprising, as you say, in that neither goalkeeper really has been troubled.
Parker jostling with Dindeleux. Craig Dargo might just latch onto this. Boland bundling him out the way, and that's going to be a free kick. He's lost his boot as well. Craig Dargo.
Yeah, I think Gary Boland is claiming it was obstructed here. Dargo just trying to screen it there, make sure that he had his body between Boland and the ball. And once again, commanding of a free kick, and they'll be hoping to make a better job of this one than they did the last from this position.
Yes, I don't think there'll be a square ball to MacPherson this time. In fact, Martin Baker seems to fancy it with his left foot. Or does he? No, he's moving away now. I think it will be McLaren. It's so windy. There's a problem keeping the ball still. It's hanging in there grimly. McLaren's free kick drifts away, and it'll be a throw. Baker's header, but here's Momo Silla. Frail. Silla seemed to stumble. Kilmarnock have lost 5 of their last 7 in the league. They're going to get a free kick here for a foul on Craig Dargo. Which I dare say McLaren will whip in. It is Andy McLaren's free kick. Holt is in there. A bit of a scramble. Paul Wright tried to have a little chip.
Yeah, just hoping it breaks for them in there. Gary Holt did well backing in. It's Darren Dodds who was picking him up and he backed in. Just hoping he might get the break of the ball there on the edge of the 6-yard box.
Here's McLaren. McBride. Parker kept it in. And Kevin McGowne with disagreement with the corner flag.
Oh, did ever so well, Parker. Very, very quick. Paddy Connolly. Oh dear, is that a shot at goal? I rather fear it was. The Monday night football this week comes from Upton Park. West Ham against Coventry. John Hartson kept the Hammers up a few seasons ago. Can he do the same for the Sky Blues? It's on Sky Sports 1 and for Sky Digital viewers on Sky Sports Extra Monday at 7 down in London's East End. Boland sliding it back to Alan Main. There is a wicked wind blowing across Dermot Park. Still did well to keep that in. Ali Mitchell. Silla. Frail. Get the throw. Keegan Parker, if anyone can liven up proceedings, he might. Kevin McGowne belts it away. Oh,
If Silla had let that go, I wonder he kicked the corner flag in frustration.
I think he does the right thing, and he's got to try and keep it in play, keep the move going, because St Johnstone had plenty of bodies in the penalty area. Unusually his touch let him down.
Both these sides have prospered more on their travels this season than on their own grounds, and see how windy it is here. This could take a while. Don't want to go out and put your finger on it, David. Bolan won the header. Connolly. Now it might happen here for St Johnstone. Keegan Parker, no way past McGowne though. But McBride can try again. He's done quite well in fact. Oh, and Marshall just about held on to it.
He does ever so well, John Paul McBride there. Leaves Gus MacPherson for dead here. Checks onto his left side. Good ball in there. Dindeleux at full stretch. Not convinced that Paddy Connolly was onside. He comes in here, but Kilmarnock all over the place. Good save in the end by Gordon Marshall.
Main getting a fair chunk on that. Baker knocks it out for the throw. The League Cup competition doesn't carry a European place, so no joy for Kilmarnock in that respect if they are hoping to plot a route into Europe that way, especially as they meet Celtic in the final, who could well have the Champions League on their minds. Gary Holt up to Paul Wright, but Darren Dodds intervenes. That was a bit strange from Dasovic though. It's given Dargo a sniff. He's got the free kick as well. Craig Dargo for the challenge by Dodds.
Yeah, I think Dan Dodds was fortunate enough to get away with the first one, but just chanced his luck right in front of John Robotham for the second. And then again, with so few chances so far at either end, you'd be thinking that Kilmarnock will be trying to get a shot on target here. Paul Wright's certainly capable from this kind of range.
It's going to be left to him. Here he comes, Paul Wright, straight against the wall. Baker. Hung in the air a little bit, and Gary Bolan lifts it up towards Parker, but it's come off his knee. Here's McBride. Stephen Frail on towards Silla. He's going to run it out as he knows. He's kicked it in. Now it's going out, and it's a goal kick. Williamson, in charge of Kilmarnock, will know all about Sandy Clark. They were teammates together for a while in their days at Rangers. Here's Peter Canero. Straight to Darren Dodds though. McBride. Silla. Frail. McLaren. He's steaming inside. McLaren. Too many bodies in the way though as he sought Paul Wright in the middle. 5 minutes of the first half remaining. Oh dear, it's gone out. From Craig Dargo, which kind of sums up the way the half has gone. Frail's throw. Foul by Baker on Silla. This is Darren Dodds. McBride, nice little flick. Dasovic, racing away for St Johnstone, but probably he's given Keegan Parker too much to do there.
Yeah, I mean, he ran 30 yards before passing it, and, you know, Parker's the type of player, he wants the ball early while there's space in behind. And by the time the ball was released, there was really no space for him to hit.
Here's McBride, who incidentally will be taking the penalties now for St Johnstone after Keegan Parker there missed in consecutive games from the spot. MacPherson up towards Dargo, but Jim Weir muscles in. Oh, Craig Dargo surely going to get a yellow card for that.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Rush of blood there from Craig Dargo. He's squeezed out by Dodds, and, well, not much argument there.
First yellow card of the game, shown to Craig Dargo. McLaren nipped in ahead of Silla. Can he get on the end of it again? Paul Kane to steer it into touch. Martin Baker's throw, gets it back from Mitchell. Baker looking down the line, but the flag is up against Andy McLaren, who had strayed.
He loses Kilmarnock's best hope at the moment, Andy McLaren, Ian. And he's always liable to go past the defender. He can do a trick, he'll get a cross in for you. They really want to try and get more of the ball to him.
Boland, McBride.
Keep coming here! Forward! Forward! Keep forward!
Boland's throw, but it's bobbled off Ali Connolly, so it'll now go Kilmarnock's way. Boland won the header. Dasovic, and it bounces out. MacPherson's throw. McBride, oh dear.
Yeah, you can see all the actions in midfield. Nothing really happening in either goalmouth. And I know that Bobby Williamson in particular feels that the media in this country are too negative about the game, but this has been poor stuff tonight. We expected better.
Silla looking to get away, and he's going to get the free kick. Martin Baker fouled him, so some hope here.
That's a good example of his pace again. Though Martin Baker knows he's struggling for pace here. That's why the right arm's up there.
Boland's left foot will deliver, away by Dindeleux. Dasovic lifting it over the top. And Jim Weir. Well, we're in first half injury time, and there really hasn't been much to talk about in the 45 minutes so far from two teams who are capable of performing a lot better than this, that is for sure. So St Johnstone it is who begin proceedings in this second half. No changes on either side.
It's a bad challenge. I mean, it's exactly what FIFA were intent on stamping out just a few years ago. You see, Parker goes to shield, but that's a bad challenge.
Boland's free kick. And Jim Weir. Forced into a corner by McLaren. It is very, very windy, but as Charlie said, that doesn't really excuse the way it's gone so far this evening. Connolly's cross, that's going to bounce onto the roof of the net. St Johnstone may be in the lower half of the Scottish Premier League at the moment, but they do have what it takes to rise up the table. It is pretty tight. The league splits in the middle of April into two. It's all about being in the top half for teams like St Johnstone and Kilmarnock. Weekend. They have a cup replay against Dunfermline coming up in the week. Silla didn't quite go for the corner, the wind deciding that. It's come off Silla in the end, but he is full of a few tricks.
Yeah, it looks their best bet. The problem is when you're playing wide, Ian, is you're so dependent on midfield players getting a supply of the ball into your feet, and you can go 5-10 minutes without touching it. It does get very, very frustrating. Similarly to John Paul McBride on the far side. And the players who are most in the mood on the pitch tonight aren't seeing enough of the ball.
McBride, but Gary Holt scoops that away. Darren Dodds, Dasovic. Now McBride away to Silla. It's going to go straight through to Gordon Marshall. Former Celtic keeper who's also on Rangers books as well. Not many can boast that. Boland. Offside against Craig Dargo.
Yeah, not much in it. I think he's a yard off, but you take a chance if you hold a high line against a player of Dargo's mobility here, just as the ball is played. Well, it's very, very tight, in fact. Might even have been level. A lot of space in behind for him to run into there.
Dodds takes the free kick. Keegan Parker looking to latch onto it and does so. Pride is nearby if he can find him, and he has done. Although it will go for the throw. Kane. Silla in there, away by Baker. Silla stays in the box as Gary Boland prepares to take the throw. McBride. We've got his cross in the end. He's smothered by Marshall.
Yeah, he did well, appeared to be squeezed out there, managed to whip a ball into the front post. St Johnstone have started the brighter of the two sides.
Here's Andy McLaren though. Dargo. Dasovic is going to slide in, but Dargo survives that challenge too. Now Gary Holt. Paul Wright, facing his former club. Martin Baker arrives on the scene. McLaren cannons off Dodds. Miscue from McBride, once of Celtic. He would certainly love the chance to face Martin O'Neill's men in the next round of the Scottish Cup. But they'll have to get past Dunfermline first, and that'll be easier said than done. McLaren. Gary Holt stepping away from Dasovic, but the Canadian got stuck in the end. Silla finding Frail. Silla. Ali Mitchell takes it over for Kilmarnock. Dindeleux has slapped it into touch. Freddie Dindeleux spent most of his career with the French club Lille. There has been some signing for Kilmarnock. Very dependable figure at the back. Gary Boland. Dasovic. Holt. Dargo. This is Dodds. Straight to Holt. Dasovic, a popular figure here, Canadian international. Gus MacPherson ready to take the throw. Dargo came to meet it. Paul Wright. Boland's clearance, but lost on its way out of there, and Dargo sent crashing on the edge of the area.
Yeah, good quick feet again here by Craig Dargo, taken late there by Darren Dodds. He's trying to get away from Gary Boland and Dodds there on the edge of the box, and surely this time Kilmarnock will at least bring out a save in Alan Main. They have to work the goalkeeper here, have to get a shot on target, surely.
So some concern here for St Johnstone. And over the wall it goes, but over the bar it goes from Martin Baker. Mitchell. Now Dargo. He could be in. Craig Dargo. And well held by Alan Main.
Yeah, did well there, Craig Dargo. Looked onside for me when the ball was played through to him, and that's what he wants. He wants the ball played into space. Quick enough to get onto the end of it and got plenty on the shot. One of the few times they've managed to get a St Johnstone defenders turning.
Parker now. But MacPherson clears the cross. Boland. Dodds. Dargo nipping in again. Looking the most likely at the moment. Paul Kane. Dindeleux read that, but St Johnstone still have it. Kane trying to slide it through to Keegan Parker, but Martin Baker intercepted. Mitchell. Baker. Up towards Dargo. It's opening up for Craig Dargo. Took a deflection off Dodds. It was Dodds, and it's brought away by Frail. Now Silla. Momo Silla. An encouraging run for St Johnstone. Here's Bolam. Dasovic, Kane, Frail, Silla, Frail, pushing it past Baker, who has to give away a corner.
Yeah, which I'd imagine will be taken by Gary Boland. So few chances in normal play. St Johnstone really have to make the most of the set pieces. Weir's gone forward, Dodds has gone forward. And you'd expect a decent delivery here from Gary Boland.
St Johnstone 4-0 up on corners. It's 0-0 on goals. It is the left foot of Gary Boland, and Darren Dodds was at the near post, but it wasn't him who made contact. It's another corner.
Yeah, Dindeleux did well under pressure. Difficult ball to defend that.
Dodds lurking on the goal line. Boland tries again, and it was whipped in pretty well, but nothing came of it. This is better from St Johnstone, and Silla's going to attack that, and it drops here. Oh, that's a penalty, surely. It is. Gordon Marshall gives away a penalty.
Yeah, I don't think there's much doubt about it. Silla does well there as the ball hangs up. Paddy Conley was in, Gordon Marshall at full stretch. Good knockdown by Silla there as the ball held up. Gordon Marshall has to come, never getting there though. I don't think it's a difficult decision for John Rowbottom.
Marshall is going to get a yellow card as well. Now, St Johnstone have had a bit of trouble when put on the spot lately. Keegan Parker missed 2 penalties in successive matches. So, the duty now falls to John Paul McBride. They've missed penalties in their last 2 games. Can McBride change that? He's taken over from Keegan Parker, but the ball, is it on the spot? It is now. Here comes John Paul McBride. Oh dear, they've missed another one. Well, Keegan Parker hasn't been able to do it from the spot lately, nor John Paul McBride now.
The big Sandy Clark can't believe the number of penalties that his side are now missing. Looked to be well in control there as he stepped forward, John Paul McBride. Good balance, it's just clipped the outside of the post. And how many more can they continue to pass up?
I knew getting a goal would be a bit hopeful. And John Paul McBride, having been given the job, might well lose it quickly. Games running that St Johnstone have missed a penalty. So it stays 0-0. Gary Holt lifts that one over the top, and it's Canero who's the most advanced. And now it's a corner for Killie.
Once again against St Johnstone, turning is a better ball. It's asking a question of these St Johnstone defenders. going to turn defenders, they're going to find it hard to make chances.
McLaren's corner, and Holt and Dindeleux were in there, but it drops away from the danger zone. MacPherson covering. An hour played, no goals, but St Johnstone squandering the chance to take the lead from the penalty spot. Here's Silla.
Oh, he's got to lift his head now and again. He's got players forward at the back post, and by losing the ball, he's taken them out of the game.
Dindeleux. This is Canero with an encouraging run for Kilmarnock. Oh, he's crudely taken out by McGowne, and a yellow card will be waiting for him when he stands up.
Yeah, I don't think Jim Weir was ever getting anywhere near that. Good penetrating run though by Peter Canero, who hasn't really been in the game. I said very little service. Looks as if he's enjoying himself here as he's bearing down an 18-yard box.
It's a yellow card for Jim Weir. Also Kevin McGowne getting number 5s mixed up. It's Jim Weir who has been booked. It's Kevin McGowne who's standing over the free kick. Knew he'd be there somewhere. Kevin McGowne. Ooh, plenty of power on it, but it was diverted off the wall.
Yeah, I mean, he does get plenty of power on them. Kevin McGowne, the wall didn't. The wall looked far from convincing there. It started to split.
Kilmarnock are going to make a change. They're going to take off Paul Wright and bring on the Frenchman Christophe Cocard.
I wonder if he'll push Andy McLaren through the middle now and play Cocard wide. It is the option that Andy McLaren gives Bobby Williamson. Right through the middle against Hibs in one of the last live matches at Rugby Park.
McLaren's corner. Oh, and it's nearly drifted right in, but there's a foul. And a free kick.
Maybe Gary Holt was penalised at the front post. Yeah, he's had a shove on Gary Boland there.
Now John Redbottom. Is ready for things to resume. St Johnstone are going to bring on Nathan Lowndes shortly in an attempt to swing it in their favour. In fact, right now he's coming on. Keegan Parker making way. Lowndes had a really serious back injury which kept him out for 9 months. Used to be at Watford, was also on the books of Leeds. Scored last week at Dundee United. He's on for Parker.
Yeah, it's like for like, very similar players. Ian Lowndes obviously the more experienced, but very, very mobile like Parker. Parker had very little service to work with, I have to say.
Kane. Silla looking to get on the end of this. Oh, Baker got into problems. Oh, and Silla took it away from Connolly.
Yeah, I mean, I think Martin Baker might have been happy if Gordon Marshall had stayed here. He was in command. Gordon Marshall came right to the edge of his box almost. Made it a tricky pass back had he attempted it.
Dargo offside against Peter Canero. Marshall was yellow carded, and he brought down Connolly for the penalty, but he was rather relieved to see McBride send that penalty wide. McLaren. Oh, it's a bit of a loose one, that. Dindeleux, though, will take it away. Up towards Cocard, his flick. Gives Darren Dodd something to deal with. McLaren. He's got time to send it in. Holt was in there, but it swirled into the arms of Maine. McGowne, Canero. Canero has a go.
That's better stuff, Ian. A bit more urgency now. At least the goalies are getting their gloves dirty now.
Stephen Frail. Kane. Now Silla, and there's no flag against Nathan Lowndes. He's in here. Oh, and it's blocked by Marshall.
That's a terrific save. Kevin McGowne steps up here looking for an offside. See Kevin McGowne getting out there, trying to get out. Lowndes well onside, had time to check back onto his left side, and that's a fine block with his legs there by Gordon Marshall. Not often you'll see Kevin McGowne caught in that situation. Didn't get out quickly enough. That was a real chance.
So time for Gary Boland to deliver another corner. But once again, it comes to nothing. Connolly knocking it behind. Gordon Marshall was certainly called upon then by Kilmarnock when Lowndes powered through. A few more attempts on target in the second half, but we could still so desperately do with a goal. Lowndes. Silla. Well, nothing doing with that.
I don't think his teammates are happy with him at all. The number of times they're making runs into that back post area and the ball is not arriving.
Boland kept it in. Oh, he really lunged in with a really nasty challenge on Peter Canero then, Gary Boland. Got a yellow card.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he's protesting his innocence here, Gary Boland. Another rush of blood there, two-footed. And Canero's lucky never took a bad one there.
So Gary Boland is showing yellow. Being watched by the Norwich manager, Nigel Worthington, today. Canero. Bumped his way through Canero. Now Cocard is in there, and Alan Maine lost it a little bit, and it's just gone wide from Dargo.
Yeah, Alan Maine didn't know much about this. Not convinced that Kilmarnock forward knew too much about it either, to be honest. Just hangs it up at the back post area there.
And it did in fact get a little nick away for a corner. Andy McLaren delivers. Holt in there, McGowne, a lot of bodies in the way, but it's turned in by Dargo, and Kilmarnock have broken the deadlock here.
Yeah, I think if a goal was going to come in, it was always going to be from a set piece. average corner, breaks nicely for Kevin McGowne, who gets plenty on it. And well, I'll go back to what Charlie said a couple of weeks ago, that Dargo, if he kept getting himself into those positions, he would get his reward, and he's got it again tonight. You wouldn't grudge him it. One of the few who've been prepared to put himself about. He's made all the runs again tonight, and he gets one that strikers dream of, just a couple of yards out.
Hooray, we have a goal. Kilmarnock lead. And Holt now taking it up on behalf of Kilmarnock. So Johnstone once again paying the penalty, as they have a lot lately. John Paul McBride missing from the spot after Keegan Parker had missed a couple in succession too. And the Saints now find themselves a goal down. MacPherson. Baker, McLaren, Mitchell, MacPherson, Cocard. Kept in by MacPherson. Here's Canero. Firm challenge by Bolan. Bolan taking the direct route towards Connolly, but it's met by Dindeleux. MacPherson. Cocard. There's the Frenchman again. Now Canero. Kilmarnock looking comfortable on the ball now. But, hang on a moment, because Nathan Lowndes has it. Silla arrives on the scene. And his final ball wasn't really what was required. On by Lowndes. And away it goes from McGowne.
But to be fair, this corner could have broken anywhere. Breaks kindly for Kevin McGowne, and St Johnstone have a defender on either post, so they're never going to get an offside against Dargo here. And Dargo in really where every striker should be in this situation, in the 6-yard box, sniffing out the chance. And more than happy to take it.
And a free kick. Fouled by Kevin McGowne, who is going to get a yellow card. Fifth booking of the game. What can St Johnstone conjure up from the free kick? They need to come up with something. It's Kane who sends it in. Darren Dodds is on the far post, but it's over the top of them all and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I don't think ever had a chance of getting in the end of that, Darren Dodds. Gordon Marshall ends up, takes the arms away here. Just hung up at the back post. And Gordon Marshall just takes the arms away, doesn't have to go and catch it at all. You get the impression that the penalty miss has affected St Johnstone pretty badly. Lost their way since then.
Holt. And St Johnstone could be in bother here. McLaren, though, has frail to contend with. Stopped it down to the corner. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining at McDermott Park. Kilmarnock sitting on a 1-0 lead. Ali Mitchell. Dindeleux. Just out. Baker and Dasovic both going for it. Silla, he's looked to put Nathan Lowndes away, that's better. Lowndes looking to get the better of McGowne, he's still going, Nathan Lowndes, but it's straight at Marshall.
Yeah, good effort, better ball in behind for Lowndes as well. Ball forward by Silla there, that's the question of Kevin McGowne. McGowne does well here just to hold him up, and although Lowndes gets back onto his left side, comfortable catch for Gordon Marshall in the end.
Bolan, it'll be a throw. Cocard. MacPherson's throw. Gets it back from Cocard. Before that throw-in can be taken, St Johnstone are going to bring on Michael O'Neill, who was Wigan, and the man who won 31 caps for Northern Ireland is going to replace the man who's won quite a few for Canada, Nick Dasovic. Canero. Bowden ensuring no immediate progress for him, but it is a throw. MacPherson takes it, Cocard. Cocard trying to get a cross in. It does just that, but it quickly fizzed away for a goal kick.
Look reasonably well in control now, Kilmarnock. I don't think they'll be throwing too many bodies forward. They'll make sure they have a decent presence goal side at all times now. And Gary Holt in particular will sit just in front of the back four. They won't take too many chances. Clock ticking down now. And from facing a penalty against them, they look in a pretty decent position now.
Paul Kane helping that on towards Bolan. Here's Michael O'Neill on as a sub. MacPherson in ahead of Lowndes. Dodds. And Connolly hooked it back over. McLaren sent it away. It's come off MacPherson. Kane. And it hung in the wind a little bit, but Gordon Marshall grabs hold of it. Canero. Silla with a little touch, but it was a loose ball, which well, actually does come back to St Johnstone, although Mitchell tries his best to get stuck in. And Stephen Frail with a late challenge on McLaren.
Yeah, good spot by John Rowbottom. Stephen Frail leading with the studs there just as McLaren played the ball away.
Baker's free kick. Away by Dodds, but only to MacPherson. He's got his cross in, but it's comfortably dealt with by St Johnstone, who will look to spring away at the other end of the field with John Paul McBride. He missed a penalty for them. Silla. Jim Weir. Silla wants it back, but Gary Holt tracked his run. And it ends up going out for a throw off Momo Silla. Inside the last 10 minutes at McDermott Park. Kilmarnock leading through a Craig Dargo goal. St Johnstone ruining a penalty miss. Familiar story for them in recent weeks. Dodds. O'Neill. McBride. Frail. O'Neill. And Baker took it away from Silla. Weir. Away by Dindeleux, then by Baker. Then by Mitchell. Here's Cocard. Canero is to his right. Dargo's to his left. Canero. Cocard gets it back. Well, that's a poor centre.
I just wonder how costly that missed by John Paul McBride will be. Looked very well balanced too as he stepped forward, and he just clipped outside of the post. Dargo, good striker's goal for Dargo, and I wouldn't grudge him it because, as I said earlier, he makes all the runs, he puts himself about, and he gets lucky there.
The Monday night football this week comes from London's East End. West Ham against Coventry and their former player John Hartson. It's on Sky Sports 1 and for Sky Digital viewers on Sky Sports Extra from 7 o'clock on Monday. Meanwhile, back in Perth, Craig Dargo sends it across, and Gary Holt, and that'll be the corner. Kick will be taken by McLaren. McLaren's corner, and Canero trying the spectacular. Bobby Williamson hoping that his side can hang on here, the longest serving manager in the Scottish Premier League, and he actually scored the first goal between these two teams in the Premier League a few years ago. Canero. Kilmarnock closing in on 3 points. They'll take off their goal scorer shortly, Craig Dargo. well have made the difference with that striker's goal. Frail. Dargo snapping away at Michael O'Neill, and the free kick goes the way of the St Johnstone man. Mitchell also involved. Frail. Dindeleux's clearance into the chest of Weir. Connolly. Boland. Silla popping up over there. Surprise, surprise. Boland nearly caught out, but he has got the free kick. Just over 4 minutes remaining. St Johnstone running out of time. Boland's free kick hangs up there. It's away by MacPherson.
There's been a few meaty challenges out there tonight, but certainly Cocard are finishing the stronger of the two sides at the moment, well in control of the game. Again, really, that was turned on its head by that penalty miss. St Johnstone really haven't recovered from that.
Offside flag will go up against Dargo. As McLaren drilled it through. Here's Lowndes. He's done well to deliver. Steered away by McGowne. Boland lets fly, but Gordon Marshall knew where it was going, although it's a corner in fact.
Gordon Marshall a bit mystified by the decision here. We'll have a better view of it here. I'm not convinced that can off any of the Canero defenders, but they take the corner.
Well, the linesman actually gave it as a goal kick, so it was John Rowbottom's call. Gary Boland sends it into the thick of it. Oh, and it's been blocked, and somehow it's been scrambled in. Connolly drilled it back in and might well claim it. St Johnstone have managed an equaliser.
That's a terrific attacking header. I think it's Jim Weir who comes in at the back post there. The downward header breaks kindly for Connolly. It was Jim Weir in fact, but Bobby Williamson will not be happy losing a set piece this late in the game when they appear to have the game sewn up. You can see the anger in Gordon Marshall's face there. Plenty of players goal side, and Connolly somehow, with the help of a deflection, finds the bottom corner.
So Paddy Connolly claiming St Johnstone's equaliser with a couple of minutes remaining. Dargo. McLaren. Cocard. We're going to have a winner here. Mitchell. Mitchell looking for McLaren, who can't keep it in. Is up for offside. Your man of the match tonight, Davey.
Well, I gave it to Craig Dargo the last time we had Commandment live, and I'm going for the same choice again tonight, Ian. Simply because in the first half in particular, when the game was flat, this was the one lad who was prepared to put himself about. He's always been lively. As I said, he's made all the runs tonight, got his payoff, didn't get his payoff against Hibs that night, got it tonight, and he's my Bank of Scotland man of the match.
2 minutes of added on time. windy McDermott Park. The two teams locked together at one apiece. But Gary Holt trying to do something about that now. Jim Weir, who almost scored with that header, doing his duty at the other end. Here he is again. Dindeleux clears. Dargo heads on. Baker steers it away. Frail. Kane. Now this could be awkward for Kilmarnock. MacPherson did well to knock it away because Connolly had just pulled away waiting for it. Boland belted back in. And it's with Gordon Marshall. Certainly the second half has been an improvement on the first half, but then that wouldn't have been too difficult. Kane. Gary Holt managing to bundle it away from Boland. Here's Dodds. It's poor, straight to McGowne, who looks for Dargo. Well, they were going to take Dargo off a while ago, in fact, and bring on James Farrower, but he's stayed out there for the time being. Rain's clearance. Cocard, and a chance here for Canero to clinch it, and he's taken it. And Kilmarnock go 2-1 up through Peter Canero.
Yeah, I just caught with too many players up the pitch here, trying to win the game, St Johnstone. Sandy Clark absolutely disgusted here. Canero came from deep. I think he's played onside there in the left back position by Gary Boland. A good finish, still a bit of work to do here when he gets through one-on-one on the goalkeeper. And good composure, may well have gone through Alan Main's legs. And just when Sandy Clark must have thought he had at least a point out of this one, he's taken a sucker punch right at the
An injury time winner for Kilmarnock from Peter Canero.